Two-part question. What's it going to take to get the Triple G fight signed? And have you ever seen a fighter with so much height?
Let me answer the first question first, because that's important. I think the fight is, first of all, I think the fight's going to happen, but I think the fight's got to happen based on everybody on both sides have to have a real strong commitment to have both sides feel that they were being respected and no one's getting the advantage over the other one, whether it's 5 pounds, whether it's 6 pounds, or whether it's 4 pounds. At the end of the day, Canelo has to feel comfortable in his skin, in his weight / skin, and also Triple G has to feel comfortable in his / skin.
But Canelo doesn't call the shots.
So at the end of the day, out of the two, who's the star? The star is Canelo. And in the history of boxing, who carries the star? Who carries the numbers? Floyd Mayweather is gone for right now. We know right now that Canelo is, to me, when it comes to the superstar, the guy in boxing who can fight on Cinco de Mayo. Every fighter can fight and have the Cinco de Mayo dates, May and September. I mean, that should say itself who right now is the guy to build that stardom to super credibility when the time comes on, when the time gets down the line, when he fights the best fights in those months of the year of boxing, which is two biggest months in boxing. And so that's a good thing that we got a face and a young fighter who's been in there with Mayweather early in his career. Lord, to me, too premature, but he did well. To me, he grown from that fight. But at the end of the day, he carries that love and that fanfare and that weight division that can bring a lot of great matches. If you take Triple G out of the way, right, there's still a lot of good matches in that middleweight, junior middleweight division. I mean, that division is really, really hot, hotter than my division when I was there.
Bernard, you talk about is it too premature to be fighting so often?
First of all, of course, we got him to fight Saturday,
yes.
And my thing is, I don't think he's too premature to fight him. I just think that they have to, both sides, not just one, have to come to a reasonable, common weight that both fighters can feel comfortable. And they add the caviar on it to make the fight happen. I suggest that it should be a catch how much you can weigh after the fact. Because anybody, most of y'all faces that I recognize, 99% of y'all been covering boxing over 5 or 10 years, at least. We know you can weigh one weight, the weigh-in, and you can gain so much pounds depending on the body of the person in 24 hours. So you gotta understand, I'm giving you the business part. Those things have to be worked out too. It's called a cap off. It's called a cap off. You know, how much you're gonna weigh to fight, that we're gonna fight, and then in 24 hours, how much you cannot weigh on the second weigh-in. See, all these things has to be worked out. And don't think that 5 pounds is nothing. Don't think 5 pounds is nothing. My good friend here, ask him how hard it is to try to lose 5 pounds when he wanted to use it, and we eat good together. But let me tell you, 5 pounds is it's different body chemistry that is not fair for us to say that, 5 pounds is not, because I was asked that today. That's why I'm saying it. Y'all didn't ask me, but somebody asked me, Bernard, 5 pounds ain't that much a difference. And I'm like, it depends on who you asking. How easy or not 5 pounds is. But I want to see the fight. I want to see the fight, and I know the fight's going to happen, and we want to do the fight, but we want to do it, on our terms, because we are in position right now. Let me ask you a question. The fans, not actually the media who's talking to me or who interviewing me, do Canelo really needs Triple G, or do Triple G needs Canelo? That's the business. See, sometimes y'all get us mixed up because of what we represented as our fighters ourselves. But I think a lot of people are really surprised and caught off guard how intelligent business people that we are. Now, obviously, we got help, and we got advisors, and we got conversations and meetings and talk, and all these things then come along with a game plan that I'm not going to reveal, obviously. But I think because of Oscar De La Hoya, myself, Diaz, Eric Gomez, and a lot of other people, Monica, and all the people in Golden Boy, we are making decisions that not all, but some are kind of caught off guard, so they got to question whether Canelo really wants to fight or don't want to fight. At the end of the day, I think all fights can be made if they come in there with good intentions. And fights of this magnitude will be made. It's just on who terms, when, and where.